Hey everybody, Scott Hudson here with Agent Mastermind. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Just wanted to say hi real quick from Clearwater Beach. I'm coming to you live. There's 170 of us right here in Clearwater brainstorming. So we're going to be coming out with some amazing information for you guys. But right here, right now, we have Brendan out of Orlando, Florida. Did I say that? Orlando? I think you said. I got a short memory.
Out of Orlando.
So Orlando, all right. So he's going to share with us. I got to talk to him a couple minutes before this class, and he's going to share with us something very, very unique. And just to set the stage, when you're watching what Brendan has to share, think about it as if you walk in with something already done. Now, I'm going to explain this at the end, but think about before instead of during, and like how to show what you do to separate yourself from the competition. And Brandon, I'm so honored to have you here, man. I'm excited to hear this, and I was just blown away by what you just said and what you're going to share. So, so what do you got for us, man?
I appreciate it, Scott. Thanks a whole bunch.
You bet.
What I have for you today is I'm going to show you a system that I actually have the distribution rights to here in the United States. It's called Feel Estate. And basically what it is a 360 virtual degree tour system for real estate agents. The whole reason, give you a little background of how I found this and got into it, is I and my business associate were actually opening up our own branch in July of this year. And
Beautiful.
we were looking for, because we're a new branch, you want to find something that's going to separate you from everybody else. And being kind of a geek and techie person, we were looking at the 360 virtual tours. And the only system we could find out there, initial investment was tremendous. For the camera alone, you were looking anywhere roughly between $3,500 and $4,500 as an initial investment. And then you looked at the cost. Once the tours were taken, you had another cost on top of that, then you had your hosting cost. And because our average sales price here in Orlando is in that $200,000 to $250,000 price market, it didn't make a lot of sense. I couldn't justify the camera. Well, my business partner on a Friday afternoon was getting ready to sign for it anyways. And I'm like, wait a minute, whoa, stop. There's got to be something else out there. With all the technology out there in the world today, there's got to be something else. So I did a ton of research, came in Monday morning and said, I got it. We're going to try this. So I found Feel Estate, and the biggest benefit is it's affordable and it's easy to use. So for an initial investment at the time of $350, I could get the camera, which is a Ricoh Theta S 360-degree camera, and a tripod. And I was off and I was rolling. And that's how I got into the system. So we actually tested it, ran it for about 3-4 months, and approached them and said, hey, we want to present this to other realtors here in the United States, because if you look at what's going on technology-wise, virtual reality is going to be everywhere. Google just announced their latest browser, latest edition of Chrome, is completely VR compatible across all platforms. Okay.
And VR,
Facebook.
And I'm going to play stupid here. So, what does VR mean? Virtual tours?
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality.
Virtual reality.
Okay.
Virtual reality.
All right.
I mean, you see it on tons of commercials now. Samsung, Facebook with Oculus. They're investing. They announced in January they're investing $3 billion in virtual reality.
Wow. So
okay.
So when you say virtual reality, do you mean like I can be in a room and like I can look at a video and feel like I'm in that room at any one point in time or space or whatever?
Exactly.
Okay.
Put the goggles
Beautiful.
on and walk around the house like you're there.
Wow. Okay. Beautiful.
And we can't see it here, but it's I'll tell you some of the things I've done that are kind of fun marketing wise in a few minutes.
I bet.
But
okay.
When you look at some of the recent studies that have come out, this one was done by Boca, which is a marketing organization out of Colorado. And you look where the millennials and everyone else is looking for. They want a 3D interactive experience. Okay? They want to be able to literally walk through an entire house now, you know, without having to go there. And with this system, and you finally have an affordable way to do it.
You have an affordable way to do it. So let me ask you this. So I'm a millennial. I'm looking to buy a home, and you may be going to cover this. So if you are, just shut me up. But I'm a millennial. I log onto my computer. I'm looking for a home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I look at all the 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I click on one that does not have virtual reality or virtual tour, like a virtual reality type video. Do I stay or do I go until I find one of those? How does that experience work, or what do you think the stats are on that?
It's an interesting question. Do you stay or do you go? I guess it all depends on the quality of the pictures. But
quality of the pictures, correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But what you're trying to do with the virtual reality is it helps you in a number of ways. In that now people are actually seeing the whole house, okay, before they go see it. So the people who are coming, you're finding are more interested in the house. I mean, one of the stories I can tell you is we had a house that god awful colors. Oh my God, couldn't get the seller to paint it, right? And I'll show you some of the things we do where we did a virtual reality, and anytime we got a Zillow lead or we got a call off the sign, what do most people send? They send the MLS sheet like everyone else sends the MLS sheet, right?
Okay.
When you answer a lead. Nope. We sent them the virtual reality tour to their phone, the 360 tour to their phone. The people actually called us and said, how many times have you had a lead call you back? They called us back and said, yeah, that was phenomenal. That was really cool. We don't like the house. Okay, great.
We don't like the house.
Because it was so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it narrowed it down. You didn't have to drive all the way down, open up the house, show them the house for them to say, oh, I don't like the house. But they actually thought it was so amazing that, hey, everyone else just sent us the data sheet, which we already have because we're looking on Zillow. We got all the information. But would you be our real estate agent? We turned around and in 3 weeks sold them a brand new construction home. I made $12,000 in commission.
Wow. Awesome.
There are so many stories when I get into this. It's just it's amazing how effective this system is. I mean, really, to get into it, let me close that and let me just show you. This is actually a David Weekley model that we shot for David Weekley.
Okay.
And as you can see, you are inside the house.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
And it's so simple and so easy to use. And you can actually, these are called hotspots, the little spots pulsating, okay?
Okay.
And instead of just seeing one flat picture, you now can hop through the entire house.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
And we can.
So can you control this
anywhere?
And I don't know if we're seeing this at real time because typically there's a little bit of delay because we're doing we're on a webinar. But is that can you control the speed of the virtual reality there?
Yes, you can. You can control the turning around.
Okay.
So you can look up. You can look down. You want to look at the floors?
Wow.
It's a full
360 This is a true 360. Wow.
This is a true 360. We want to hop into the foyer. We can go to the foyer. Look around here. And one thing that's really nice with our system that our competitor can't do is we can take shots outside. So you get the true feeling of the whole house.
Wow. So I lost my question. Go ahead. It'll come back. It was a good one. Shoot. All right.
Yep. So what's nice with this system, as a realtor, you want to be able to use it to market. Okay.
Okay.
And you can put all your information in here. So you pop it up. There's all your information, a picture of you. Okay. So they've got you. You can put in the information of the house. It can be shared across different social media.
I got my thought. I got my question back. So, how hard? Okay. So, walk us through, like, you walking into a home. How hard? Like, what is the time frame? Like, how long is this going to take me? How hard is this thing, dude? This blows my mind. This is
great
unreal.
Question. Okay. Great question. I can shoot a 3,000 square foot house in 20 to 25 minutes.
Like, literally, you just go in and, does it go, does it turn real fast, or does it actually just, you set the tripod up, you put the camera on it, it doesn't even turn?
Doesn't turn.
What?
The Ricoh has lenses on both sides. And literally, all you do, you walk into the room, set it in the room. We have a mobile application. It's hooked through Wi-Fi to your phone, the camera. You click. It takes a picture in what's called high dynamic range, and that's very important because that's what really gives the crispness and the quality of the picture. So in high dynamic range, it's taking 3 pictures at once. High exposure, medium exposure, low exposure. Click it. Every 8 seconds, it takes a picture. Basically melds them together. You're done. Pick it up, move to the next room, take your picture. Once you're done taking your pictures in the house, you upload it through your phone into the system, go back to your office, sit down, and in 20 minutes you can stitch a whole thing together.
So what do you do? So you upload them to your phone?
The pictures are actually loaded to your phone, and then you upload it to the cloud-based software. This is actually here is our management system. Okay.
Okay.
This is where you're going in. You're going to build a tour. Okay.
Okay.
And I tell people, if you can follow a menu, you can edit it. You can put together a tour. And basically,
all you got to do is upload the videos, right? Upload the videos. Yeah.
All you do is upload. They're not videos. They're pictures. Okay.
No kidding.
No kidding. Yeah. Once they're uploaded, basically you're just. Let me go back. You're just going to follow the basic information. You put in your tour name, which is usually your address. You can put in the contact person. What's nice with this system is if you're a brokerage and you want people offer it to everyone in your brokerage, great recruiting tool. Phenomenal recruiting.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
You could sell all of your agents. Hey, we will provide 360 tours for all of our listings.
It's a picture. This blows my mind, man. This blows my mind.
Is that amazing? I mean, just absolutely amazing. So now, pick the person we're working with. Okay.
Okay.
We'll use my business associate, Warren. Put the address of the property. Here's where you control several of the items that within the tour. I always enable the slow automatic rotation. Reason being, motion catches the eye.
Yep.
You can enable the zoom, so people can actually zoom the pictures in and out, which is really fun if you want to look at something real close.
Yeah.
Okay. Has a welcome pop-up menu, which basically is your basic information. Okay. Picture of yourself, how to contact you.
Okay.
The social media
and
button,
just so people don't jump ahead of us, like, so you're gonna have a free trial of this, right? Before, like, at the end of the show. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the enable virtual reality mode. That's your glasses. We are fully compatible with all of the virtual reality gear out there. Pop it in, put it on. The first time I did it, I did it for my twin 8-year-olds. And they went nuts. The funniest thing was, they said to me, "Dad, that house is nicer than ours." I'm like, "Gee, thanks, kids."
That's funny. So I don't know how you use this technology, but here's how I would do it, because this is really impressive, and like I would call it the wow system, or O system, right? Like, why is that? Because when I show you, you're gonna go oh or wow, right? Like, hey, I have the wow marketing system. What do you mean? Let me show you. Let me take one picture of the living room. Boom. Upload it. Have your computer there. Give me 5 minutes. Boom. Like set it. Have it all set up before you get there, right? Could you do that? Could I have all this ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready, waiting for the pictures before I even got there with the address and everything?
Oh yeah. This is what we suggest. Okay. When we break it down in marketing, let me go back here real quick. All right, and let's go to the next slide. I mean, there's so many uses for it. Okay. I spelled listings wrong. Sorry about that. But starting with listings, it gives you an opportunity to build a relationship. What we do is we're in a competitive listing situation. Call up the owner.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go by and just take a picture of the outside of the house and that's their CMS.
Yep.
Well, go ask them. Hey, may I have 20 minutes before the appointment so I can come in and take a few pictures? And you bring that camera in. They've never seen it before. Okay.
Wow.
And they're gonna follow you around. So you put it in the middle of the room, right? And you say, "Excuse me, but can you step around the corner?" Like, what are you talking about? Can you step around? Oh, well, can you step around the corner? We do 360 virtual reality tours for everybody.
Okay.
Okay. And sorry about that. We do 360 virtual reality tours for everybody. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. Here, just step around the corner. Let's take a picture. You take a picture, and then you show it to them on the phone. See, we can see your whole house now. And you're walking around taking the pictures with them. And in that 20 minutes that it takes you to do the picture, you have just bonded with that seller. We've actually had people say, okay, do you have your paperwork with you? Can I sign right now? Because we know no one else has got it. And we've actually had people right there while we're doing it. Can you just sign us up right now?
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, like for you to cheat your listings and not do this. Shame on you to not have the latest and greatest technology and then be passionate and excited about it. And here's the thing. I would walk in and go, you know what? I don't know if we're a fit. I don't know if I can sell your home, but man, the more I get to know you and why you want to sell your home and what we need to do to market your home and why you're moving and where you're moving and all that. Once I learn that, then I'll let you know if I'm a good fit for you guys and can truly help you to sell your home. Let me show you a couple things that I do to market your home, because that's really what it's about, right? How many eyeballs can we get on this home? In how short a period of time? Hey, what is your guys' time frame? How long you want to sell today, tomorrow, yesterday? Or do you guys got 90 days, 6 months, whatever? Okay, cool. Let me show you what I do to get so many awesome eyeballs. And then you talk about millennials, and hey, these millennials, they love virtual reality, and they love putting themselves in the situation. As you guys know, all these really cool techie gadgets and games and stuff they play. Hey, you guys got an extra 20 minutes? Let me show you this on how I set this up. Boom. You know what I mean? Yep.
It's a great opportunity to just bond with them.
Yeah.
It just blows them out of the water. And the next one, the buyers. The one system really is geared just to listings. Well, we actually use it about half as much for buyers as we do for listings. Being here in Orlando, and I'm sure they're in Clearwater, you've got a ton of out-of-state buyers, correct?
Yes.
Well, what I will do, and I do this for a client in Colorado, is I went, shopped 5 houses on a Saturday afternoon. I told him, pick your five top houses out of the MLS listing that we're looking at. And she did. She picked the top 5. Went out, shot them all for her. Okay? Came home. This happened to be the weekend of the Green Bay Giants, or the Green Bay Packers and New York Giants football game. I'm a big Giants fan. Well, I sat, took them, stitched them all together real quick, and then sent them to her. And through a quick web system like GoToMeeting, right? I sat there, watched the football game, and her and I walked through the houses together.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. Oh, hold on. this looks fantastic. And if you go on our Facebook page, you'll see a little video clip I cut of it. And the funniest thing was we picked one and we're doing the comps back and forth. Well, we're walking through the house, picking apart the house and stuff like that, and putting it up next to the comp. And the comp only had stills. And it was driving me nuts because I'm hitting the stills, trying to turn the stills. Like, I'd like to know what's on the other side of this. Where I could sit in the middle of the kitchen and we turn the kitchen around. Oh, this island's fantastic. Oh yeah, and look, we've got these are the actual make and models of the appliances. Well, let's go over to the bathroom. Right over to the bathroom. And she actually put an offer in on one of the houses without seeing it.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
To give you another example that we use this for. How many people go after the for sale by owner market?
Nobody.
When you do it, you should. Here's something.
Oh, no, trust me. No, you just open it. Yeah, like, I know exactly where you're going with this, I think, and if not, I'll go there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
With this, everyone who called, I actually had one kind of go nuts on me the other day. I'm like, excuse me, sir, but, I would just like to preview because our inventory is very tight, and I need to make sure that I know what's available on the market. And for your time, what I'd like to offer you is a 360-degree virtual tour of your home. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, we'd like to provide you a free 360-degree virtual tour of your home. I'll send you the link. Feel free to use it. He's like,
yeah, what's the catch?
How much is that going to cost? I said, nothing.
Yeah.
I go, you're willing to pay.
Well, what's the catch?
You said you're willing to pay the 2.5% commission or 3% commission. He goes, yeah. I go, well, I need buyers. So do you. Let's work together. He's like,
wow. Yeah.
Okay. Went and took it, shot it. I actually got one. We went out and shot the house. Took us 20 minutes. He had his professional photographer there. Took him like 3.5 hours. The guy liked our tour better. We put it on the market, sold it in a day with the virtual tour.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, why would you not do dude? Sorry, I don't know. I get excited and like the dude comes out. Like I don't know why. So, like you could like who doesn't want like okay? So let me ask you this first. Where like when I do this video and I have this virtual reality thing going on, where does it go? Like where does it get hosted? Is it its own website or is it on could you like you said share it to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, like all those places, but where's it hosted? Like is there a special link just for that?
Yep. We are a cloud-based system. Okay. So it's basically we have our servers. All right. So it's hosted out there. But when you do it, okay, the tours, each house has its own separate website, own separate link. Okay?
Okay.
And that's what you can see here, like the David Weekly one, the tourfieldestate.com. And of course, if you got a little tech savvy, you can always redirect it and rename it. Okay? And then one of the really nice things is you can embed it. And one thing we do with every single house we have, we create a single property web page for each listing.
Okay.
And we embed it. I happen to use a product called Listings to Leads. I love it. Real simple to use.
What is it called? What's it called?
Listings to Leads. Listings to Leads.
Listings to Leads. Okay. All right. And what is that? Like, and not to get off topic because I don't want to get off topic. What is Listings to Leads? What is that? Just like in a cliff note.
It's basically a marketing system that lets you build single property web pages.
Okay.
But what I just pulled up, this is the single property web page for one of my listings, 601 Poppy Loop.
Yeah.
And you can see how the tour is embedded into the single property web page. And that's
beautiful.
That
beautiful.
Just blows
beautiful.
People out of
Then
the
you can
picture.
put content around it. For SEO.
Then you put your
all kinds of really cool stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unreal,
and people,
man.
And the one of the tricks we learned is, you know how with MLS, almost everybody starts with the front of the house?
Yeah.
We start with the best picture of the house, the best location,
Great idea.
which is usually your kitchen, your family rooms, because that's where everyone's going to be. That's where everyone wants to be.
Yep.
And you work your way out of the house, through the house, that way.
Cool. Beautiful, man.
So I mean,
beautiful.
that's one of the nice things, being able to embed it, utilize it. Facebook's becoming more and more friendly to 360. You can upload single 360 pictures right now. Okay. And well, I'll tell you, one of the nicest things with this system, they were fantastic working with us, is right here. Publish on MLS, non-branded view.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's MLS compliant. So you know how a lot of people don't look at the virtual tours anymore because they're so used to them just being a slideshow.
Yep.
Right? Not anymore. It's a true virtual tour. And on all of our listings, when we put it in the MLS, the first sentence we have is, please take a virtual walkthrough of this property in 360 degrees. Click the virtual tour link so that they know to go ahead and click.
Crazy. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No more
dude.
slideshows.
This is cool. All right.
True virtual reality. True virtual tour.
Let me just recap. Let me just recap a couple of the things that I'm thinking of that I wrote down that I could use this. So I could go to because in all reality, I could say in all virtual reality, the one thing we want to do is build our database of people that know, like, and trust us. Right? That's what I mean. The more people that know, like, and trust us, the more business, the more referrals we're going to get. So if I go after FSBOs and I give them a free virtual reality, we know, like, the numbers speak for themselves. I think it's 82% of the time that somebody goes FSBO, it gets listed by a realtor eventually, right? And then expired listings, most people relist. Why did their property not sell? That's what I always ask. Hey, why do you think your property didn't sell? My realtor didn't market it enough. It's never about the price, right? We all know it's not about the price. So they didn't market my home enough to get enough eyeballs, to get enough activity to get an offer. So there's FSBO, there's expired listings. There's new listings, right? Going to the new listing, having a conversation, showing them how you market their home. It's not about selling. It's about marketing and getting eyeballs and then selling, right? The best marketer wins. And then you take it a step further and you wrap all that stuff into it. And then you actually spend the time to build the relationship with them. And then you show them other testimonials of what you've already done to help other people sell and why, and you have the millennial conversation, and you have the virtual tour conversation or the virtual reality conversation. There's so many different ways. And here's the other one. If you already have listings, that's a great reconnect if something's not selling, saying, hey, I just wanted to come in and do a couple of their shots of your home. Boom, and now you have a virtual reality with listings you already have to build a deeper relationship, to show them, maybe keep the listing a little, because maybe the price is too high and you took it, shouldn't have, whatever. Now you have another reason to keep it a little longer to generate more buyer leads, right? There's so many different avenues you can go here.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. It really does just open it up. And when you look technology-wise where everything is going, quite honestly, I believe probably within 2 years, you're not going to see the stills hardly at all anymore. Everything.
You're not going to see the stills. Yeah.
Virtual,
for sure.
Virtual reality.
For sure. Sure.
Because a lot of people have unfortunately looked at the more expensive system and felt there isn't an alternative out there. Well, there is. There's a very affordable, very easy system to use. I can usually walk someone through in 20 minutes on the phone how to use the system. And going down, I mean, basically, if you follow the menu, you can put it together. You know?
Yep.
And they're like, that's it? That's how you do it? It's like, yep, that's it. They're like, that's easy. I'm like,
beautiful,
it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be
easy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you don't want it complicated. I mean, most,
Yep.
you know, the majority really aren't tech savvy per se. So you want to make it as easy for them as you possibly can, but you want to give them the best product you possibly can. And that's,
Yep.
you know, I did a
Absolutely.
lot of research, and this really was the best one that I found out there. You know, as far as ease of
Unbelievable.
use,
So I'm sure there's more. Yeah.
investment, all that kind of stuff. I mean, if you want to see how hard it is to connect an image,
Yeah.
we'll do one real quick for you.
Okay. All right. This is
Okay.
inside the system.
So this is inside the system. We're at the connect images. Okay. You've got your logo. You drag it over.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
See how it's got the dining room?
Yeah.
Okay. You can change the orientation of the picture so you can move it around.
Okay.
Wherever you want, whichever direction you want them to look when they open up the next picture. So that looks like a good view right there. Okay. Hit save. Okay, you just connected two pictures together. You just stitched your tour together. That's it.
That was tough.
That was tough, huh?
That was tough. So is there a okay, so let me ask you this. Is there, I don't know that I would necessarily show, well, I don't know, you tell me. Borrower says, dude, that was too easy. Like, you created a masterpiece, and like, how much is the camera? Like, do you get into those discussions? Like, oh my God, that's cool, man. Like, you didn't spend any time. You didn't spend, like, you got a camera, big deal, and now you're asking me to pay you $12,000 to sell my home, and you spent 20 minutes.
Yeah, we don't show the sellers or the buyers what we're doing. They just see the end product, quite honestly, and just knowing the end product. A lot of people, of course, when they look at technology, think, "Oh, wow, that's really complicated." You know, but you don't necessarily have to show them that. You know, it's just here's the end product.
No, yeah,
when
I'm
they
just
see the end
playing
product.
devil's advocate. I'm just Here's the thing: they don't realize what we do is hard. Like they don't realize what we do is hard. They just see the upfront. So it's like if I said to like, and this is just an off example, but if I go to plow a farmer's field, right, and I say it's going to take you 23 days to do this, if I strap on the plow and plow the field, and it's going to cost you $10,000. Or I have this machine where I don't have to do any work. It's going to do it in 3 days, and it's $5,000. Which one do you want? Right? I said that backwards. I said that $5,000. I said that backwards. So 23 days, $5,000. I'm gonna plow it myself, but I can do it in 3 days for $10,000. Which one do you want? You know, like that kind of thing. Like, it's so easy to do, but they don't realize how hard it is on the back end to sell, have the conversations, deal with the emotions, buyers, seller, like all this stuff going on, right? They just see the time you put into it is where I'm trying to go.
Yeah. And that's I don't think I've ever really had that discussion with an owner or a buyer. It's more of, let me show you how we market, how we're unique, how we're targeting people, how we're truly presenting your house. What's one of the biggest bummers as a realtor? When you look at pictures of a house, they look really nice, and you walk in and it's like, oh, shit. Well, pictures lied on this one. With the 360, they don't lie. There's no hiding things anymore. You know?
Yeah.
You're gonna run through, and you're gonna look through this house, top to bottom. Okay, let's look up here. You know what? There's a little bit of wood. There's wood rot up here. Wait, hold on. Let me look over here. Yeah, we got wood rot here as well. It's not.
This is
it's
insane,
not. There's
man.
just there's the front door. There's the front of the house. Okay.
Yeah.
It's you're not gonna hide the things anymore.
All right, so couple questions coming in. Who's this from? Please forgive me if I say this wrong, but Filiberto's on the call, and They want to know what's the quality of the video pictures / picture. It's a picture. Are these like maybe so? Let's talk about the camera and the tripod.
Uh-huh.
Like, what camera are you using in these photos right here?
We are using the Ricoh Theta F.
Beta F, as in Frank?
Theta. Yep, Theta.
Theta.
T-H-E-T-A.
Okay.
Theta. Yep.
T-H-E-T-A. Theta F, though? F is in Frank?
S is in Sam.
S. Theta. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. If you do research on 360 cameras, you'll find that it's one of the highest rated 360 cameras out there.
Okay. And about $300.
About $300. They've got two models. They've got the S and they've got the SC.
Okay.
The only difference between the two is one, if you want to do video recording, the S allows you 30 minutes of video storage. The SC allows you 5 minutes of video storage. Only difference between the two, about $50 difference in the price.
Okay. All right. So $350. What about the system? Like, what system are you showing that you're using here that is allowing you to do this stuff and give these you this downloads and stuff like that?
Our software system is Feel Estate. Okay. F-E-E-L-E-S-T-A-T-E. Feel Estate. Okay.
Okay.
The system, as far as pricing goes, it's a monthly subscription.
Okay.
We do give a 14-day free trial. Don't start the trial till you get your camera. Okay. Because the camera makes all the difference.
Okay.
We have a free mobile app that's called Theta HDR, and that integrates to your phone and the camera. We start at roughly $45 per month for 3 active tours. And the key word there is active, because you can have 6 or 7 tours saved, but you don't necessarily have to have them all active. Say you go out and shoot a couple houses for a buyer, okay?
Yeah.
You don't need them active all the time. All you need to do is turn it on and turn it off. Walk through the house with the client, shut it off, open the next house, sit and go through the house with them there.
Very cool.
And then from there, we jump to a 10 active tours at $89. And then 25 tours is $139. So when you break it, when you actually break it out, where's the next page? There it is. You break it out, you are down roughly, if you're in the 10 tour unit, you're $8.90 per tour. If you're in the 25, you're at $5.56 per tour.
Okay. So wait a minute.
It's worth $5 a month to be able to present this to your clients.
All right. So say I had to pay $15 if I only did 3 per month. $15 per listing.
Mm-hmm. Per listing.
All right. Okay.
And it's funny because one of the arguments you get from people as
hilarious.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like you and I had a discussion before. Is like, well, $15 a month. It's like, okay. How much did you pay to shoot your photography? $150. How long is the average listing? 90 days. So you're paying $50 a month for stills, and I can give you a virtual reality marketing system for $15. Didn't think of it like that.
What happens after I sell the property and it's no longer needed? Do I keep this out there for like other people to find it type stuff? You know what I mean? Like when I create something, why not keep it? Okay.
Yeah, it's really up to you. You know, I'll show you an example. Is down here, we shot a Remax office for him just to give him an example. Well, I just archived it. Yeah. Okay, so it's here.
Yeah.
If I want to reactivate it, see the unopening of the box. You hit that, and you can open it back up. and make it active again.
Okay. So yeah, because you don't want to have it active. It's not. But can you put sold on it and keep your what I'm trying to get at is branding, because like when you build stuff, sell stuff, whatever, can you have maybe have a brand like sold, because there's stuff that Zillow, Trulio, all that stuff that's sold, pending, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Is there options for that to where my branding is still working for me? Because people find it and go, oh, it's sold, but still they find my name, and then they see, oh my God, this. I mean, you might just get a client from going, oh my God, this is amazing photos of virtual reality of this home. I want to know who this person is. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. You would you would keep it. You'd have to keep it active. Okay. But if you want to, I tell people, take one picture. Okay. Keep one picture, and put sold on it, and keep the 360. Keep that out there if you want to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flexibility, and the more we play with it, the more flexibility we see. I'll give you an example. Property managers. One thing we haven't even talked about is for property managers, what's one of the biggest pains in the butt if a property is rented? Trying to schedule showing around the tenant.
Rentals.
Because they own the house, right? They own the house.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I literally trying to line up one Saturday, I think I had 6 showings, 5 of them were rentals, and the tenants didn't want to show it during that time. Well, baloney. Now, here, you know what, we're having, the tenant tells us, okay, we've got to active between this time. Okay, Tuesday between 3 and 6 we can show. What you do is you send the tour over to the people who are asking to schedule. You know what, we can't show, we're only able to show up between 3 and 6 on Tuesdays, but let me send you the virtual tour so you can walk through it and make sure that you're truly, still interested in the house. Well, guess what? They walked through it. All of a sudden they said, yes, they're still interested. Those people really have seen the house.
Yeah.
So they're interested. You're working with a better qualified buyer at that point.
Interesting. Absolutely. Yeah, they're pre-sold on it because they got a great visual, so it's going to look exactly like the virtual reality is. That's the best part.
Exactly. And then also for property managers, think about this: is you've got the entire place shot. How many times have you had a tenant call and say, "Oh, well, this was broken," or "Oh, there's this hole here, that wasn't wasn't there before," but all you have is stills and you can't show that exact angle.
Yep.
Now you just pull it up and say, well, wait a minute, let me show you the room. Oh, that was never there when you moved in.
Oh, great idea. So you can do before, during, and after.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. And tell me as a property manager, if you share this with your owners, for an extra $50 a year, I will keep a 360 virtual tour history of your property.
Interesting.
What? Yeah. You can look at your property, go back and look at your property at any time.
Very cool, man.
Wow. It's an upsell. You tell me if you're a property manager and you're competing, and it's like, but we do this for you so that you can see the quality, how well the quality of your house is kept really, truly taken care of.
Yeah.
I mean,
bingo!
Bing. The usage.
Yeah. That's awesome.
When you sit here and you start thinking of the uses for this, vacation rental management companies. Holy cow! Are you kidding me? Who would you rather
Robert
book with?
said
Someone who just still,
right?
Robert
said, I looked at this a year ago. Do you still have a flat pricing? Is there a flat pricing or something, or it doesn't look that expensive? I don't know that I'd pay that much money.
No,
Robert.
Actually,
I think it's like
we don't have. We don't have an. No, they've done away with the unlimited.
Okay.
Just because there's cost. There is cost associated with storage and everything like that. But it gets down. I mean, if you're doing like 1,000, it's basically down to about $2 a month.
Okay.
Per tour. I mean.
All right. And okay.
Come on.
I know. It's crazy. We're like, I mean, I think most people are spending. I mean, if you do a nice virtual tour by a professional, I mean, what are they? $75 to $150 to? I've heard, depending on how crazy it gets, 3,000s, right?
The high-end competition, they're charging $350 and up. I had one Berkshire Hathaway agent here who paid $450 to shoot one of her houses.
Wow.
And she came to one of our seminar we had, sponsored by a mortgage guy. And she's like, "How much?" She's like, "I paid that for one tour." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly."
Crazy.
You know, went
Crazy,
out and shot her for, and she was just like, "Man, this is nuts." I'll tell you what.
Some people are some people are asking where to buy the camera.
The most, quite honestly, we actually sold out of ours. We had a small allocation. Where I would go, quite honestly, go to Amazon. Amazon and Walmart, believe it or not, online have the best pricing. By far. But what a lot of people do is they print it off, the Amazon one, take it down to Best Buy, and Best Buy will match the pricing for you.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And Best Buy has them too.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Almost
every Best Buy any shop like that will. Target actually carries them. They've got them in stock. The one thing you want to make sure of is when you get a tripod, that you get a tripod that does not have the huge arm. You want one with a ball mount, because you don't want the arm showing up. There's some that are like 6-7 inches long. I apologize. I meant to put one of the tripods on there, but if anyone wants any information, I can get you the exact tripods as well. We've got 10 cameras and tripods coming in here within the next week, so I'll also be able to ship some of those out to people as well. Okay. So another way to do it, just a suggestion, is if you got two people in the office who want to work together, I have people splitting the cost, doing the 10 tour.
That's a great idea.
And splitting
the cost. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Because when you go in, you know, each tour can have a different person.
All right, so I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So tell me the camera. Yeah, tell me the camera again. How do you spell it?
Rico, right here. I'll show it. I'll bring it right up on the screen.
Oh, you'll bring it up. Okay, good.
Right there.
Good. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Not seeing it yet. Not seeing it yet.
Or the S?
I'm not seeing it.
It's not coming up?
Still not seeing it. There it is. Okay, there it is. Okay. Rico Theta SC or
or the S.
The Rico
the
Theta SC or the S. Okay.
Yeah, the SC will save you about $50.
Okay. And it's got a remote, I would assume, right? Because you can't be in the picture.
Yeah, it hooks to your phone. Wi-Fi connection to your phone. We have a mobile app that you download.
God,
it's free.
That's so cool. So crazy. Okay.
And what's I was hoping to be able to show you on the phone, because what happens. Let me see if I can bring my phone up again. Incoming calls. Oh shoot, can't answer them. Bummer.
Slide sync.
I can't do the phone.
That's all right.
Yeah, I can't do the phone.
That's okay. Cool. So if somebody wanted to order
really great.
How do they? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They can contact me at Brendan at Real Estate USA.
Real Estate USA. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to put that down in the chat window here. So.
Yeah, Real Estate. FEELESTATE.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my voice is a little rough today.
So BRENDEN?
Nope. B as in boy, REN, D as in David, EN.
All right. Feelestate.com?
Yep.
All right. Down in the chat box, you guys.
FeelestateUSA.com. I'm sorry.
Oh, shoot. All right. Scratch what I just put in there. All right. And yeah, it's always nice if you put it up on the screen, but if you don't have it, I'll type it in here. USA.com?
USA.com.
Brendan at Feel. Okay. All right. So the second one I posted down in the chat box is Brendan's email. If you guys have any questions, concerns, get with Brendan about anything we covered. We'll also be putting the recording up for you guys. and then he said he's going to have a couple cameras and tripods that he uses in the next week or so. So obviously you can go right to the source and get it, or you can go to Amazon, or you can go to Walmart or Best Buy or whatever and tell them what you want, grab that and send it out there. So
I mean,
awesome.
We carry our cameras with us everywhere now. Everywhere. Because you never know when you've got to. I'll give you an example. We've gone into builders and asked them, "Hey, can we shoot your model?" So we've got a record of the model. And now we're starting to do landing pages with the 360 virtual tour of the builder homes. Hey, let's get, can we give, we're willing to give a 1% rebate plus any incentives by the builder. Take a tour of one of their models.
Yeah. All right, we'll end with a couple questions here, and then I got to fly. So great question. Bailey asked, does the camera capture the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, so it does a virtual of the whole room, 100% of the whole room. Yeah, we're a little bit of a lag time there. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, see, there's your floor.
Wow, unbelievable. So how high up is the tripod?
And when it's sitting on the tripod,
how high up is that? Yeah.
On average, it's about 5'6".
Okay. Unreal, man.
And as you can see, you can look straight up too.
It's just crazy. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't have one of these. This is unbelievable. So good stuff, man. FeelEstate.com. So Brendan at FeelEstateUSA.com, right? Make sure I did that right.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Awesome. Hey guys.
Let me see.
Brendan, I got to head back down. I got 170 people at this event, so I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody hanging with me today on Agent Mastermind. Super excited. Next week, same time, same place. If you guys have any questions, concerns, get with your loan professional to get a copy of the recording. Email Brendan at FeelEstate. I posted it down in the chat box down there. And FeelEstateUSA.com, and he'll hook you up with a camera, tripod, all the fun stuff. And, of course, the service that goes along with it that's really, really cool and extremely cheap. I consider it free, man. If I can spend $15 per listing and have an unbelievable website like that has a virtual reality of a home, that doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? So, awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for, and dude, you're in Orlando. I'm going to be up in Orlando for anybody that's in the Orlando market. I'm doing I'm going to be speaking at the Orlando Board Mortgage Association up there. So if you're going to come in, stop in and or reach out to me and let me know if you're in the area. And I'm more than happy to invite. It's for mortgage professionals, but what the heck? What I'm sharing is the same thing for pretty much any business in the U.S. So if you're in the area, let me know. Maybe we can hook up. All right.
Great.
See you, everybody.
Thank you so much for that.
Thanks so much, brother. Thank you. You bet, man. You bet. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Have a great day.
You. All right, guys. Have
Take
a good
care.
day. See
Bye-bye.
you same time, same place next week on Agent Mastermind. And be safe. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.